King Charles tore the sink off the wall in frustration after losing his cufflink down the plug hole, Mr. Anderson claimed. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield discussed the alleged temper with the author on her Today for Daily podcast. She said, "You go into detail in this book about Charles' temper. You talk about him needing fresh air and smashing not only one window but two because he desperately needs fresh air." Mr. Anderson interjected, "He threw a chair through a window, someone else's window as well." The host continued, "He destroyed a sink because he lost a cufflink down the drain. One of the most shocking things I read in the book is there were such fiery exchanges between Diana and Charles that their employees were concerned for their safety. They were concerned that it would escalate. It comes as the king is to spend Christmas Day at Sandringham this year, marking a return to the traditional royal family Christmas on the Norfolk estate. The monarch and the Queen consort are expected to be joined by their wider family as they mark their poignant first Christmas since the death of the late Queen and Charles' accession to the throne." Buckingham Palace confirmed the king had this year decided to travel to Sandringham House, where Queen Elizabeth II hosted her family over the festive period throughout the decades. It follows a 2-year break, when, due to the COVID pandemic, the late Queen spent Christmas at Windsor Castle 2 years in a row, the first with the Duke of Edinburgh, separated from her wider family in lockdown. Royal Christmases usually feature a morning trip to St. Mary Magdalene Church, the greeting of well-wishers, and a family lunch with turkey and all the trimmings. The Prince and Princess of Wales and their children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis are often among the gathered guests. Charles is also preparing to pre-record his historic, first-ever Christmas broadcast as monarch, when he will no doubt reflect on the loss of his mother and her legacy. Traditionally, members of the royal family sit down to watch the televised address when it airs after lunch, usually at 3 p.m. on December 25. Meanwhile, Windsor Castle has been transformed ready for Christmas, with a 20-foot tree in St. George's Hall decorated in 3,000 lights and hundreds of regal purple ribbons. It took a team of 4 staff from the Royal Collection Trust 2 days to dress the Berkshire Royal Residence's festive trees. Tourists visiting the state apartments will see the rooms transformed with shimmering trees, twinkling lights and festive garlands. A handmade angel sits on top of St. George's Hall's towering Nordmann fir, which was sourced from nearby Windsor Great Park.